All right, people, today we do another episode. This time it's something different. We out here in Apple Valley. I haven't seen an apple tree at all. Have you seen the apples here?
Oh, they're gone.
Right. So I got my man Gabriel here. We're here at the South African Boerboel Breeders Registry, the appraisal process, right? I'm here with Gabriel. What's your Instagram handle?
It's Boerboel_addicts_dog kennels.
Can you tell me what is the process of the appraisal? What is the purpose of this meeting today?
It's to score the dogs to make sure that they meet breed standard, right? And so they're scored on every aspect of the dog, the head, the structure, the back, the way the tail lays on there, the rear angulation, the front. You know, so they break the dog down to see how they meet up to the standard and they get a score. And we want to make sure all our dogs are healthy. We take good care of them. They got plenty of room to run around.
How many males you have here?
I have 3 here.
3 males, okay. How many joints at the tail when you dock the tail is like what, the second joint or the third joint?
That's a good question, right? You know, in South Africa they do little nubs.
Yeah.
Because the original reason is because they got orangutans out there and they don't want to grab the tail. I personally like a little bit of a tail, so that you can see when he stands up, you can see, you know, exactly what he's thinking or what he's doing.
Here.
So I like to cut them just a little bit bigger than normal. I feed them a nookshoe. And that's what I feed them.
I love that. That puts weight on dogs,
Yeah.
though. The best dry kibble is a nook shoe. This green bag.
32 a nookshoe.
Yeah, and you're gonna spend about 100 just on one bag.
Yeah. Hollywood, he's a Noctera dog. He is out of Yogi and Kiara.
Friendly?
Yeah, he's friendly. He's out of Yogi and Kiara, both Noctera people.
Come on now.
He was imported to us when he was 4 months? 4 months. I've had him since he's 4 months.
Out of what country?
Out of the UK.
UK,
Out
right.
of Noctera in the UK. And you know, he's one of my top studs right here. He's definitely the tallest dog I have, right? You can see how tall he is.
I like his paws too, they're real tight.
Yeah, they're real
I
tight.
like that.
To me, this is the ultimate dog as far as personality and everything you got going on.
And what colors does he kick out?
He kicks out, you know, the diluted fawn, blacks, and it just depends on the female as well, right? This guy right here, Tafari, he was an import from South Africa. He came from South Africa. He's still young. He's under 2. See, here we go. We got some black and tans.
Are those more popular now too?
They're rare. Still.
Very rare.
Yeah, they're still rare.
So how much would those go for?
Depends who the breeder is and how it was bred, but they can go all the way up to like 10, 15 grand.
How much?
10, 15,000.
Damn!
Yeah. That's Mystique.
How long she been in heat?
She just started.
Yeah. And what about this big boy right here?
That's Maui. Yeah, Maui throws some beautiful heads.
How old is he?
He's not even 2 yet.
He's still growing.
He's still growing. He's still a pup.
Yeah, since these are your dogs, you do live covers when you breed, right? You don't do no TCI. You just do live covers.
No, I do TCIs.
You do?
Yeah. We do TCIs. I've done some surgicals because I got some semen from Noctera.
Yeah.
I partnered with Noctera in the UK, and he sent semen for all his top males here in the US.
Wow. Now, is he sending it frozen or is he
Frozen.
sending it frozen?
It's frozen semen, right? So you know, Billy's producing some of the best Boerboels around, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to have those here for us to use and for the public to use, you know, other breeders, it's awesome, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you have a lot of your males on ice already still here, the ones here?
These young ones, not yet, because they're still young and they're still proving themselves, right? But as soon as they...
I like that word, proving themselves.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Tell them what proven means.
Yeah, that means they put out enough litters to know that there's a consistency coming out and there's something you can count on what the dogs put.
No matter what female you breed to,
Yeah.
all my dogs got to get titled, first of all. Yeah. I do protection titles, Shitson or ring sport or whatever. They're proven on the field, but what's more important, can they prove themselves off the field? Not every female I breed to is going to be a quality bitch, right? They're going to have the bare testings, the bare essentials to make sure we're not reproducing defects. Can they make even a semi-decent female give her offsprings that are better than her? Follow them on Instagram at
We Guys Boerboels. So today I have a 11-month-old female off of Hollywood and Blueberry. And we're gonna be doing her appraisal today. And I also have a little 9-week-old puppy off of Divine Maui.
I heard.
And he's a little tank too.
Yeah.
And Boerboel Addicts Red Sonia.
Have you been pleased with the results?
Man, the quality of the puppies are excellent. So it's a little bit of everything. I mean, they're going to be basically assessing your dog based off of the standard, and so they're gonna look at the conformation. They're gonna look at the angulation, how the dog moves, top of the head, everything.
How about temperament? Are they able to touch the dog?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Temperament is definitely a huge thing for me as well, just as an individual breeder.
If you notice, Miles, I don't pet their head. I don't want them blinking their eyes when people walk up to them. I want their eyes open. What do you like about him? This is the one you decided to keep.
Yeah, this is the pig male out of the litter. He has good angles, he's thick, he has nice bone, he has a good head structure. He has a really good temperament. He's just a bomb-proof temperament, man. And you know, he added a little bit of the chest that I was looking for on his dad. And so I just felt like he was like the best one for what I want in my program.
So your first pick really wasn't him the first time, because it switches, you know, they change every week.
So I actually, there was another male that I had in mind, and when I seen him, I was like, I don't know. The only difference was I liked the lighter fawn. The other dog is a little bit darker than him and has more of a black mask.
Yeah.
And so for more of my liking, this is what I wanted.
All right, we're with the man, Max Tran. Follow him right here on Instagram, Max Tran, right there. And they're doing appraisals.
South African Boerboels, this is the only breed that I know of that we go through what's called an appraisal system. What I like about this, it's an outside judge. You know and I know breeders, oh, you'll have breeding rights. There's no checks and balances. Here, an outside appraiser has to tell you if your dog's okay to breed. We're educating your dog in front of you. So it's like, hey, your dog is great headpiece, great bone, great structure, temperament, this and that, but I recommend, if you're trying to create the ultimate Boerboel, to counter it with this. You see all these other breeds, they're getting ruined. There's no checks and balances. Every dog here has to get DNA'd. Every dog here has to be microchipped. As a breeder, the dog can't be papered without a microchip from the beginning.
How's the relationship between you guys and AKC?
AKC is the American Kennel Club.
Correct.
So in the American Kennel Club, they're only really doing fawns, piebalds. In the North American Board Breeders Registry, we're doing black, we're doing blues, we're doing piebalds, we're doing black and tans. You know, there's a lot of different colors. That's the problem. AKC only allows certain colors, certain other registries only allow certain colors. You know what I mean? Like, the reason why I was introduced into this club, because the dogs that I originally bought were AKC'd, and they're with SABs, the South African registry.
And registry is no longer.
SABT's no longer,
right.
But now they're SABs. So once we all entered that, the dogs that I bought that got me into the breed were all of a sudden disqualified. So all of a sudden, all of us breeders that bought these dogs that were, at the moment we bought them, were papered, were kicked out. So hence why other registries had to form, because there's a bunch of us that had dogs that like were stuck in limbo.
To me, it seems like it keeps everything on even kill. Like, we're not gonna have no pocket Boerboels. We're not gonna have Boerboels mixed with other breeds, and then you call it a Boerboel.
Correct.
And I like that with checks and balances.
You know what I mean? That's why I want to tell everybody, just, I don't care how you breed your dog, as long as you try to build a better dog.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the invite.
My name is Dustin. Coachella, SoCal Boerboels.
And this is Bo.
This is Bo. Well, his name technically is Bolo.
Bolo.
Yeah.
All right, so can you tell me, are you getting appraisal done on him?
I am getting appraisal done on him.
Now, how old is he?
How old is Bo? 2. He has been appraised once.
Okay.
Through a different appraisal, and then we had him phone appraised one time too. Just, we're far, and the appraisals are not every day, so we did a phone appraisal, so now he's gonna come get appraisal in person.
I'm not gonna lie to you, he's taller than I thought.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's about what, 29
28,
inches?
29, somewhere in there, probably 28.
And if he stand up, you'll realize that he's got a waistline.
Yeah.
He's not a Coke can.
No. So this is what I like too. I like
Yes.
him to be built this athletic.
So what are you
Tall,
doing to keep him
athletic
down?
build.
You're feeding him once a day?
No, we feed twice a day. We feed morning and night.
What are you feeding him?
We feed him Diamond High Energy.
Okay.
All
No
the dogs.
raw? You ever tried raw?
No raw, no raw.
So what color is he considered?
What would you call it? Just brownish red?
Brown?
Yeah.
This is like a Rhodesian Ridgeback color.
A little bit, yeah.
And we have Rex here. I love this color. What color is this considered?
It's supposed to be blue.
Blue. And the owner, the person that takes care of him, pick up all his dog feeds him, that makes sure when he go out of town, you got to make sure where Rex is being taken care of, is
Randy Arguello.
Randy Arguello, and you can find him on, what's the Instagram channel?
Randall Arguello.
Randall Arguello, right here. We're gonna put it right here. How old is Rex?
He is a year and 10 months.
He has the lime-colored eyes. Now, is that a genetic defect or is that something
No.
people desire?
That they call them ice.
Ice?
Yeah.
You gotta take a picture of those eyes, man. Has he been bred before?
No.
Okay, so we wanna make sure he's qualified.
Yes.
What made you pick him out of the litter mates?
I mean, when he was a puppy, he was just stocky. His eyes.
He's
his
from
eyes.
Gabe, right?
Yes, he's from Gabe. From the Boerboel addicts.
Now, when they have that color eyes, I know in the Doberman community, like when you have white dogs and off-cream colored dogs and blue dogs and fawn dogs, that they have issues with sunlight in their eyes. So I don't know if it's the same way, but no, Dobermans have genetic defects that pass down and other breeds too.
I like it because they're more intimidating than anything.
Just the looks.
Just the looks. He looks massive.
This is one of the judges, one of the appraisers.
My name is Andy. I'm a junior appraiser. Instagram handle is Andy's Mastiffs. I do Kanye Corsals as well.
Oh yeah, cool. So what got you into being one of the appraisers?
I just love the breed.
Yeah.
It's something different and interesting. There's supposed to be an arch behind the neck. The length of it, it's a proper length. It's missing the arch. Checking the dewlap. There's a skin under the neck. We're gonna check shoulder attachment. In between the spinal cord, you'll see the two bones not touching each other. As you can see, as she's walking, they're not touching. You can't see them. So it's good shoulder attachment. I'm looking at the angulation in the front. So we're looking for a V pattern in the front. You could kind of see the muscle. Underbites, overbites, usually it's not a good job.
Guys don't care about eye color, right?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
You can't have colored eyes. They have to be either honey or brown. If they're blue, that's an automatic disqualification because it's obviously not a pure bred Boerboel.
How about lime color, like yellow, real light
That
yellow?
is still considered, that's the honey color. It's like a funky color, I know what you're talking about.
It's kind of cool though.
Yeah, the blue dogs have them.
Yes.
The blue dog, there's a blue dog here that
I
has
saw
it.
yeah. They don't too much trip on the spots on the chest, huh? She has none.
There's some that have little markings,
Yeah.
but this one doesn't have it.
Keep it like this, right? And you wanna, you don't wanna do like Stephen A. Smith. You wanna do it right here. Keep that close. We here with Derek, and Derek is from, what your kennel name is?
West Coast _ Boerboel.
And who we have here today?
We got Big Roman right here, 2 years old.
Big Roman.
Roman.
And what are you out here to do today?
I'll get another appraisal for him and my girl.
How did you do in the last appraisal?
Out of 100, he got 85.
That's passing, isn't it?
Yeah, he said he got better, but he's just a little young. That's
Well, he
all.
was young back then. He was still growing,
Yes,
still
sir.
developing. I'm a huge fan of V-shapes. This dog, he got a waistline.
Yes, sir.
I've seen a lot of dogs in my life that just like Coke cans.
Well, you know, I think it's the dog food versus human food.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on chicken, veggies, and
Raw chicken?
Nah, I boil his chicken.
Okay.
I was on raw for a minute, but when I go out of town, a lot of kennels don't.
No, they're not gonna
Don't
prepare
do
your
raw.
for you, right? And what made you pick him?
I was looking for a boy for my female, and someone backed out the deal, and he was a nice looking boy, and then paws is right, teeth is right, everything is right, nice form, nice everything, nice head.
How many times you feed him a day?
I feed him once a day.
Everything on him is all muscle. Literally, you see his hips? You almost see the last two ribs, just a little bit, right? And that's what you want to see when you want a dog that can be able to that can move, that's elusive, versus getting tired just from moving. That's one of the things about the big breed dogs is that some people feel they have to feed him extra because he's big. You don't need to feed a grown dog once a day.
Between 10 and 15 pounds a day.
That's it, that's it. What about kibble?
No kibble. I'm finna get him back on kibble because chicken's getting kind of high right now.
Right. Well, I do kibble when I'm not at home for 2 or 3 days because I can't have my guy coming over there preparing barf and raw chicken and all this, putting all the concoctions I put in there. So I was like, we'll keep it simple. He's able to eat everything.
That's why you gotta do it like that.
There
I
you
agree
go.
with you.
There you go. We got another person that came here for the, I'm gonna get this right, South African Boerboel Breeders Registry. And you just got through getting an appraisal done. So how did you score?
So I don't know what Penny got.
Oh, okay, you
Yeah.
haven't gotten pennies.
I have
So
not.
Odin went first.
Yes.
So what's Odin's results?
Odin's is 86.2 on his results.
86.2 out of 100.
Yes.
So that's passing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Now how old is Odin?
Odin is 18 months.
18 months. So where'd you get him from?
I got him from Gabriel from Boerboel
Okay.
Attic Kennels.
What is his future? Are you going to be doing some breeding with your female that you have, or you have other females?
But more than likely, he's going to be bred more into Gabriel's
Or
program.
put back in the program,
Yeah.
okay. How long you been doing Boerboels?
He's my second one, so we've had him for about 3 years now.
What other breeds you dealt with before?
Cane Corsos, pocket bullies.
Pocket bullies?
Yes, sir.
Do they literally fit in your pocket? I mean,
Absolutely not. It's just a lowered pit bull. As you can see, he's super mild, super chill. He's very cool. He's not aggressive. He doesn't, not dog aggressive, not people aggressive. I can walk him through elementary school, bunch of kids. I go through the store, he's fine. He's just very protective. And as you saw the gentleman walk up to hand me the note,
yeah.
very quickly, he got into guard mode real quick.
When you get a Boerboel Mastiff or a working dog, that's what you really want. You want it to be controlled, but you want him to be like, okay, trust but verify. Your Instagram handle for him is what?
Adventures of Odin the Boerboel.
All right, here's another interview we got today. We got it with Joe. We're with Bane. He's super attentive. My question is, what are you here today? Are you here to get him appraised?
Yes, sir. Here for
So
the
you're
appraisal.
hoping that the appraisal is like most California real estate, like $800,000 for a house in Watts.
Top notch. That's what we want.
And you're appraising him to be a stud dog, or you got females at home too?
For the breeder, we have a breeding agreement. So this is to be a stud dog for the kennel here, for Boerboel Attic.
What color is he considered? Because Brendos seem like they're more of a darker stripe. So what color is he? Reverse Brindle?
Yes.
Reverse Brindle.
Yes, reverse Brindle. So that was something that was really caught my eye about him when they had this litter. I was in talks with Gabe before they had this litter. And I really love the fawn, but the reverse brindle, I seen it, and when we came here and saw him, that's what he told me. He's like, yeah, this is our only male reverse brindle, like his mom. So his mom's reverse brindle as well.
I actually like him. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the color. He said he got his obedience education done on YouTube University. Man, I like that. Listen, when you're trying to better yourself and be more responsible, because I always say having a dog is a luxury, not a requirement. Speaking of kibble, what do you feed?
He eats 100% raw.
Okay, what kind of raw?
So I did some research, kind of did like a barf structure. For the first maybe 9 months, he seemed to be a little bit underweight, like by about 10 pounds to like the average scales. So I kind of revamped it, went to the vet. I added a very little bit of grains, but I usually do, it's about 5% organs. So I do liver, beef heart, kidney. I do 2% meaty bones, so he eats a lot of chicken legs, chicken wings. And then I do beef and 1 fish a week.
Where the you getting all this raw liver and from by the pound?
So I go to, it's a Super King, like a ranch market.
Okay.
And they got it, bro. They got it. Like 99 Ranch Market over here in Southern
Oh,
California.
I know that spot. They be having live fish. You can like, oh, I want that sea bass swimming right there. I feel protection training is really obedience training. The dog's gonna always be obedient most of the time, but when he kicks in and something triggers him, when he listens to you, then he's in prey. See what I'm saying? But if you do protection training and you run those scenarios over and over and over, he knows when you say couché, well, that's French, mean down. He knows, okay, no matter what, I gotta go down. When he got tunnel vision, is this ears and mind still open?